But let's take a look at what is playing out in the markets. We start off with the local bourse. The JSE, of course, having had a relatively good week, seeming to be back in red territory. Of course, we had seen this kind of picture on Monday. So taking a look at that red screen, all share declining more than 1%. That largely being led by the resources 10 complex, which has declined almost 2%, a slump on the financial 15 of almost 1.5%, and the industrial 25, they're giving up almost 0.9%. Let's take a look at what is happening in the U.S. markets, and lots that markets are digesting on a macroeconomic level. U.S. GDP for the fourth quarter came out expanding 2.3%. That coming in line with market expectations and also the initial estimate. We also did have Nvidia coming out with fourth quarter results overnight. Of course, another quarter of estimate beating profits as it surprised to the upside once again. The S&P 500 declining those 0.06%. Also tech-heavy Nasdaq that also houses Nvidia shedding more than 0.33%, but the Dow going in the opposite direction with a gain of almost 0.9%. Let us take a look at the markets across the Atlantic. The FTSE 100 being the only one in the red, but only slightly, just 0.04% above the flat line. We do have the DAX there leading in the losses. Of course, a bourse that has been buoyed by the political developments there and change in leadership in Germany, now seeming to be pulling back, declining almost 1.5%. The CAC 40 also they're shedding more than 0.75%. Let's take a look at how the rand is doing against some of the major currencies. Against the US dollar, a little bit of weakness coming through, just under 18 rand 50 against the US dollar, against the pound at 23 rand 34, and against the euro at 19 rand 25. Let's check in on how the other currency pairs are doing. Starting off with the euro dollar at 1.04, pound dollar at 1.26, and the yen remaining steady against the US dollar, just below 150 against that currency.